Okay, here's Mega here. So I'm gonna go install the rear shield now. So in all honesty, I made it up. I put it on, and I fitted it, and I honestly think this isn't really gonna do anything because they're just gonna cut it somewhere else in the exhaust system. I don't think it helps all that much. But hey, I got it. Might as well install it. Honestly, I don't think this is gonna help all that much, but it'll help a little bit. The front one is going to do the majority of the protecting. I'm not going to lie. So this is a little different than the one I've seen in the pictures from the website. It's a little bit smaller. It's designed to install right in front of your little cross brace for the center of the car. Okay. The way it's going to install is like this. Okay. It's actually backwards when it's installed in the car. Okay. So to align the rear shield, butt it against the rear crossmember brace. The rounded cut on the shield faces towards the front of the car and is centered under the resonator. So this round part is going to be on the front of the car here, okay? And it's going to be so you can read. So when you read it, so this is how it's going to look like underneath the car. But when I install it on the car, it's going to be like this, like that. Okay, got it? So it's just like that. Okay. And then once lined up correctly, use the two once it's lined up correctly, use the two self-tapping fasteners to lock in the shield. Use the pre-drilled holes as a guide for the screws. Then fasten securely. We recommend using one hole on each side. For this step, I'm going to modify the instructions a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a punch tool, a spring-loaded punch, to mark where all the holes are. Okay, and then I'm just going to drill all the holes in, and then so the idea, I'm going to modify the instructions a little bit here, but here, step 6, it says once lined up correctly, use the two self-tapping fasteners to lock in the shield, so it doesn't move, so you can rivet it. Use the pre-drilled holes as a guide for the screws, then fasten securely. We recommend using one hole on each side, driver and passenger side. Okay, so what they're saying is, so these are the self-tapping screws that they're telling you to use. You want to use one here and one on the other side. It doesn't matter. Just pick one type of thing. Okay, and then that'll hold it in place for you to drill the other holes and then put the rivets in, basically. So it's saying once the shield is secured, use the two remaining holes as guides. Drill 3/16 holes in the frame, and then install the remaining 3/16 rivets. So you're going to install the rest of these. I have to go find one more 3/16 rivet. And then you're going to install 2 of those in the 2 holes right here while these 2 are installed. Okay, and then you're going to remove these when these ones are on here, basically, and then you're going to install the other rivets. So everything is all riveted now. And then yeah, so this step 7 says to remove these tapping screws and then drill 3/6, and then you put the rivets in, and then that's pretty much it. So I'm going to modify the instructions a little bit. I don't know how. They said for some reason what Hades Omega is thinking they're saying is that there's already supposed to be holes drilled in the frame, and I just looked at under the frame and there's no holes in there. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it where I want it, and then I'm going to use the spring-loaded punch to mark the parts where I'm going to drill. Then we're going to remove this. We're going to drill the 2 holes, okay, after we mark it with this, so we know where to drill. And then we're going to use the screws to screw it in, okay, and then rivet the 2 in there, take the screws out, drill out the holes, and then rivet the rest of it in there. Okay, that's the whole process. Okay, kind of so step by step. To give you an idea where we're working right here. Okay, this is where we're working right here, where this little brace is. Okay, there's this big canister here. That's a resonator, apparently, and then that's the front cat shield right there. So you got this big, huge thing in the exhaust here, and then you got this right here. So what we're gonna do is we're basically going to rivet this onto here. It's gonna go something like this, okay? just like that. And it says to butt it up against there, so that means it's got to be like right next to it. Okay, just like that. And so there's a rounded section here and for the resonator, so it doesn't interfere with it. That's where you want that. Okay, and then you're gonna want to look. You're gonna want to look to the left and the right to see if the holes are touching the frame. Okay, and then we're gonna use a spring-loaded punch to mark the holes on. Okay, this guy right here. Okay, there's no pre-existing holes in there. There's this one, but I don't think it's not gonna. It's just to butt it up against there, so that means it's got to be like right up against it. Okay. So the idea here is, well, I'll tell you when we install it. Okay, I got more light to work with. Okay, I've gone ahead and marked the holes. It's kind of hard for me to see. There's one here, I can tell that. And then somewhere around here there should be another one. Quite easy. Oh, there's one here. You can see that, and there's one here. Okay? So there should be one like right here somewhere. I feel something here. And run it here. Really hard to see. It's really small, but if in doubt, just put it back on there just to give you an idea where it is. Okay, so I'm going to start drilling the small holes for the self-tapping. Okay, I got the holes drilled. Hopefully they're in the right place. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start bolting them in. Hopefully they're the right size. If they're not, just to make them a little bit bigger. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bolt the plate up now. For that, I'm going to use the driver and this little bit here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bolt the shield on now. You want to make sure that you can read it from underneath the car. So it say cat security like right here. That's how you know you got it the right way. Okay, I got it pretty close to how I need it. Okay, so here it is. That's my handiwork. This is one of the bolts. I kind of drilled this one wrong, so I moved it from here to here. And then when we drill this one, it'll just... Okay, I got my 3/16 drill bit here, and we're going to go drill out the 3/16 holes. I've already drilled all 4 holes, but basically we're just going to make them bigger so the rivets fit in there perfectly. Okay. Okay, got all those. Now we're gonna get our rivets, okay, and we're just gonna rivet away. Here we go. Should be pretty easy, I hope. Okay. No, my tool doesn't go down all the way, man. Good. One more. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is remove the screws and replace it with the rivets. We got one more rivet, and then I have to go find another one because we used it up for the front. Oh yeah. Okay. Before we do that, we need to drill the holes out. I'm gonna go drill this one out now. Okay. Install the rivet. Whew. Okay, one more. I'm gonna remove this bolt right here. Okay, I managed to find one. It's a lot smaller than the other ones, but it's what we're gonna have to deal with. Yeah, the head is much smaller, but I should be okay. It's just one of them. Okay, there it is, installed. Yeah, so what this is supposed to do is prevent them from cutting the back of your resonator off. But to tell you the truth, man, there's this gap right here. What they could have done better is they could have made this fit this contour like perfectly. Because you still get a sawzall in here, man. Look at this. Stick my finger in there. Totally cut that off. So honestly, I don't think this rear shield is not very well made. If it was a little bit longer, you know, or if like I said, if they cut it to fit this contour here perfectly, to fit up right against this bar, it would have been better, you know, because you can still get a sawzall in here and then cut that right out, you know. But you're definitely not going to get it at the base of this. Also, yeah. Well, okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be a real pain in the ass to get that cat out now, because you got that in there. Even if you manage to unbolt the front part, you would still have to cut this, you know, and all that stuff is gonna be hanging there, and then yeah, there's hangers here, dude. It's gonna be really difficult to get this cat out. Okay. You can't cut it over there anymore. You can't cut it in the front there anymore. You can cut it here, but still, you got all this stuff you gotta cut out, like right here, man. You gotta cut this and cut this, or take this hanger out here. Yeah, it'll be a real pain in the ass to get the cat out. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So there you go. That's how you install the cat security, the Cap City mufflers cat security shield on a 3rd gen Prius. 20 2010 to 2015 models. There you go. So that's what it looks like. I'm holding the camera upside down, by the way. It's pretty nice. Yep. Sorry, it took me all day. Yeah, it took me all day to do this. So it's like night now. So there's a total of 9 fasteners in the front and 4 in the back, and it's all been riveted. Okay, I had to put this tiny little one here. I had to put that tiny little one there because we messed up on that one and I had to redo it. So it would have been nice if they added extra rivets just in case, you know. But there you go. Looks good. It looks like it's a skid plate is what it looks like. But hey, it will make removing the rear O2 sensor difficult, man. But it's okay. If it protects your cat, then that's good. So, all right. So it should say cat security here, like that. You should be able to read it from underneath like that, and it should say CCM right there. That's how you know you have it all the right way. I'm pretty sure this one you can't install wrong because like there's a special cutouts for everything. This little hose right here, you know, and then there's a cutout here for this guy right here, and then there's little holes. There's like a kind of grill there, so the smog technician can look at the numbers on the cat, which is on the side. It's still hard to see, so I don't think they're gonna check that. Dude, it's just like it's really buried in there, man. Yeah, I was looking for that number, man. I was like, oh, there it is. It's on the side. It's hard to see. Yeah, it's gonna be a real pain in the ass to find that now. So one thing to do would be to drive the car around and then see if you get any rattling noises. It doesn't look like it's really touching anything. I don't mind if there's some rattling noises as long as it's not a lot, you know. It should be good. It's aluminum. It shouldn't rust. And it's got aluminum fasteners, the rivets, so it should be good. It's pretty strong. I don't think you could just rip that right out. You probably cut yourself pretty bad trying to do it, you know. But yeah, I don't see what's to stop someone from just sawing this out, you know, and sawing this out. I honestly I think this rear cat thing here is not very good. Really, the front one is the one that's providing all the security. The back one, really, there's a couple ways that you can defeat it. You can just cut it here. You know, it would make a lot of noise. It would take a while, yeah. And then that would get that out of the way. But that protects it from cutting the base off, I guess. But you could still also you can get the Sawzall and cut it through here, through this little gap right here. You can just cut it right there. Boom, out. Or you can cut it back here, or cut it here. So honestly, I don't think this rear cat shield does anything, dude. It's the front one that's you know where all the money's at. That's the one that's gonna protect your cats, because that's the one literally right in front of all the cats. So that's the one that you're gonna want. But yeah, okay. So there you go.